Hi, this is a new week and I'm super excited to bring you back another video on forex trading and crypto content trading. So I'll be teaching you guys on this week insights, what I say do this week insight, and how I see possible USD pairs are going to trade for this week. I'm talking about AUD USD, EUR USD, GBP USD, and SAU USD, which is good. So I'll be inside this video. This video will comprise of two things. I'll be sharing you my analysis on how I see the trades going to move, and at the same time you can try to understand how I learn to place my trade and what have you. So without further ado, let's jump to the chart and let me show you what I see on the chart. To this channel, please don't forget to drop by, like, comment below and subscribe, because this is going to really help the channel in reaching it to so many people. So without further ado, let's go right into the chart and let me show you people what I see on this particular trade. And this is going to be a very good week, guys. So let's jump to the chart and let's go. Now, as you can see, I'm on gold, I'm on SAU USD, and what am I seeing here? Look at my chart, very neat. I don't like my chart cluster with trend lines and what have you. So you don't need to understand the market very well before you can jump into forex trading. But understand what the market is really doing and what it's saying. So and like me, I have so many ways I enter the market. I have so many strategies. Like I use my RSI, which is my relative strength index, which is just where I tend to see divergence on the market. Then I tend to use my Fibonacci retracement with this 0.618 and the 50% retracement to see retracement and extension where I tend to close the market. Then I use smart money concept too, just to give me good places on where if there's an impedation, liquidity drop and anything, so that is that. So without further ado, let's jump to the chart and let's see what we have on gold. From the 1 hour chart on gold, as you can see, gold is dropping right around here. Right, gold is dropping right from this supply zone. It dropped from this supply zone, it came to this supply zone, it broke the supply zone and it dropped again. Then at this point it did a retracement to the upside, and now it starts dropping again, and it also broke this demand zone. It thought this supply zone, broke this demand zone, and now it broke this demand zone. These are supply zones. I got it from the SM, this is the smart money concept. Why? Because as you can see on this point, gold is looking like it wants to start coming down, which is going to be a bearish. Then it broke to the upside just around this point. That is why this first supply zone is here. I got it from this one here, this big candle. So that was why I was able to build up this supply zone, and now it came to this demand zone. Why is this demand zone here? Look at, as from this point on this let's go to the 15-minute and check for this, why I drew this demand zone. Look at, as at this point here, let the market, I want it to be bold so that people can see very. As at this point here, look at, gold is actually looking like it wants to start dropping at this point, which is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and around this point a bridge to this low to the upside. So what caused the market to go up? It is this candle that is here. So that is why I drew this demand zone around this point. So I'm expecting price to get back to this zone and push back to the upside. As you can see, it got back to the zone, but it failed to push to the upside. So since it broke this demand zone, I'm looking to short gold to the downside and taking out these Asian sections, this Asian low. So now gold has already done that, and if you look at testing using my Fibonacci from the swing high to the swing low, which is this swing high to this swing low, you can see it test on the 50 and it's testing on these structures too. So what I'll do on gold is I'll just wait for it to come back to test this 50 again, or at this point I can look for possible retracement to the downside. And at this point, even if it doesn't get to the, because gold sometimes can be very deceitful. So it has already booked. So I'll just look, because all the USD pairs are looking like they are going to be strong for this week. So I'll be looking at my DSY and some other sites where I tend to see the strength of the market. But as at now, it has broke this structure and it's looking like it wants to test back. So any possible candle that I see that is going to break maybe this low that is here, I'll just short go to the downside from the 50% retracement down to the extension, maybe down to this point. This look at these structures here are gotten from this, also this smart money concept demand zone, these two structures. So I'm looking at gold dropping down to this demand, this either these two demand zone on the fifth. I got these demand zones from the 15-minute chart, just the same way I got the demand zone from the 1 hour chart. So either gold coming to test either of these two demand zones, then I might be looking for more buy. But for now, I'll be looking for a sell on gold, depending on when the market opens and what the market gives to me. But I'm trying to look for more sales on gold down to this demand zone. So that is for gold. Then we'll be jumping straight, without wasting much of your time, we'll be jumping straight to EUR USD. Let's see what the market is doing. So as for EUR USD, what am I looking at here? This look pretty interesting. As for EUR USD, look a bit interesting. So I'm looking at shorting EUR USD, but the short will not last for too long. Then there was going to be a long buy. Why did I say that? Okay, now let's go straight to the chart. So as from this point on the EUR USD, what did I say? So this is where there was a break of structure on this first point. Let me signify it. There's a break of structure on this first point on EUR USD US. So this first point, there's a break of structure to the upside. Why did I say there's a break of structure? Because as you can see, it's around here, because I'm more of a conservative trader. Around here, it looks like he wanted to sell, because this is higher high, higher low. No, lower high, lower low. Then this other point is lower high, because it didn't break this high here. But around this point, it broke to the upside. So that is why on my SMC with my smart money concept, I did a structure around this bearish candle here that led to the break to the upside. So that is the same structure that went down to this side, as you can see. So there's actually supposed to be another structure here that broke this low, but I didn't put it because I don't want my chart to be clustered with structures and trend lines. So now, as at this point, this present week last week, gold started shooting down right from this trend line. It touched this trend line, came down, touched this trend line, came down. Look at how it respected this structure I drew from my demand zone. Look at it, respected it, came back. It did as if it wanted to go up. It came back down and it came to test on this structure again. And now it's looking like it's forming some trend lines touch. So what I'm seeing on EUR USD, I'm looking at EUR USD for this week coming down. Is on the structure, as you can see, is on another structure. It broke this structure that tests on this high here. It broke it and it came to a down demand zone again. There's a demand zone around here. That's why this blue candle is here. There's a demand. This is the candle, because this is the candle that broke this one to the upside and also took out this high. So this is also a demand zone. It's the same candle. It's the same structure that is extended. Is this same structure that is extended down to this blue line here. And look at how it tested on the demand zone and looking like it wants to start going back to the upside. So what I'll just do on EUR USD, and you can see these two trend line cross each other. This one cross each other, this one cross, and this one cross. So this structure here that is looking like purple is going to be like a very strong structure that might not be able, that might hold this trend line from going to the upside. So I might just wait for this chart to come. I'll wait for the market to come to for price to come to around this point, then I'll be looking at shorting area USD2. Let me go to the 1 hour and see where will be our target entry. So I'll be looking at shorting area USD down to this demand zone. Then from this side I might look for buy, because this is looking like a double touch. So from this demand zone, this around this area, from this area to this area, I might start looking for buy. But first of all, I might be shorting to this downside. So best idea for you guys is, as I'm drawing this my chart, as you see me doing my analysis and everything, if you want to learn how to trade better than I do, you can just go to your chart and try to do the same thing, do my markups the same way I mark up my chart. Go to your chart, mark it up that way, and you know, watch my other videos where I explain simple money, smart money concept and trade line on how I do structures. From that, you'll be able to understand what I'm actually doing, because yeah, I'm moving from, you know, inter time trading, from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. That is how I learn how to enter the market at the best position and at the best place, that with a good risk management, so you don't end up blowing your account. So that will be that for area USD. That will be that for area USD. I'm looking to short down to this, like I said, down to this point, which is from this structure to this structure. Then around this point I might start looking for more buys on area USD, because area USD is still looking like a buy trade. This is just a short sell. You know, this is like a counter trade trading, because look at, from the 4 hours trend is looking like it's actually an uptrend trend. It's going up. So these are the short sell, then a long buy. So that will be that for AIS. So I'll be looking forward to that. Then DBP USD also the same thing. You know, all these USD pairs, they likely move. Like now, if you take a look at AI USD and DBP USD, you see they somehow look the same way. So just when AI USD is selling, DBP USD might be also selling, and gold too might be selling, because of they are all USD pairs. You understand? They are trading against each other. They are all USD pairs. So you just need to know when to enter each of the market in those particular currency pairs. So that's the same thing with AI USD. That same thing applies to AI USD too. As you can see, I might be waiting for another touch on this trend line to short down to this. Either this trend line is coming from this point here. You see, I tend to mix everything together, trend lines and smart money concept structures, those to get good entries, and even Fibonacci, RSI. You know, just learn strategies to put together just to get good trades. That's how you make money in the forex market. So as you can see here, USD2, I might be looking to short from here. DBP USD, I might be looking to short from here down to either this trend line. Maybe it might bounce up on this trend line, or it might come down to this structure, which is the smart money concept, to buy from either this structure or this structure. That's where I got these two structures from a break of a BAS break of structure. And you know, when it comes back to bounce on the candlestick that led to the break of that structure, I might just take a buy from there again. So that would be that on DBP USD2. Then also let's look at AUD USD. You know, I told you I'll be looking at all the USD pairs. So AUD USD2 also the same. Okay, this one I actually even did my selling point. So AUD USD2 is looking like the same thing. As for AUD USD, you can see it has been testing on these two structures. It has been testing on these two structures. So why I did a sell around there was because around there it took out this high down to this side, and this was the candle that led to it taking out the high. This was the candle that led to it taking out this high. So that was why I did my structure around this point. So and now it's on that candle. So I'm looking at AUD USD shorting AUD USD. Let me do something. This trend line can come like this. Let it be outside. So I'm looking at, you can see it's aligning with the trend line. I'm looking at shorting AUD USD after the touch of this trend line around this green, this blue structure down to this point, which is my supply, which is my demand zone, coming from the 4 hours time frame or even the weekly time frame. Yes, this is which is my, you can see there are multiple touches here, which is my demand zone coming from the weekly time frame, then buying back up around this point, around this structure here, buying it back up to this side. So that is that for AUD USD. And that is going to be all for today's analysis and how I enter my trade and how I get out for my trade. So if you like this sort of content, please smash the like button for your boy. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below, and also please try to share it to friends that are interested in forex trading, and tell them to subscribe to my channel. So I'll be happy. I want to see this channel hit 3k subscribers, 3k subscribers, fam, 3k subscribers, because you know I try to come here and give you people sweet content. So I'll be happy. Thanks you guys for sticking up to the end of this video and I'm trying to understand the market with me. So from now, this is going to be the end of the content of the video. So see you next time, guys, and enjoy your week with good profitable trading. Thanks guys, and bye.